Welcome to Peppol Academy, and thank you for joining today's session. My name is Ari Caesar, and during this session, we'll do a deep dive into Peppol Business Network, the emerging infrastructure that changes the way invoices, orders, and other business messages are exchanged. In this session, you will learn about the network, its underlying infrastructure, the different type of messages it supports, and what sets it apart from traditional models. For years, operator networks has been the backbone for the electronic exchange of invoices and other critical business documents between companies and organizations. These networks act as intermediaries connecting various service providers, commonly referred as invoice operators or valid added network (VAN) services. This setup has been known as the closed network model, providing a structured but limited way of enabling business messaging. Check out the previous session of Peppol Academy for a closer look at the previous generation of networks and technologies. The VAN setup is complex by today's standards and has created barriers to adopting digital sales and purchase processes and electronic business messaging. The complex process is partly due to a closed network structure, which is hindering adoption and creating unnecessary gatekeeping. It has also kept the cost of invoicing relatively high for many businesses. It typically involves these steps. Contract with an operator. Both the sender and the receiver in a transaction must enter into individual agreements with a VAN operator respectively. Agreements with operators. In turn, the senders and receivers operators must establish interoperability agreements to ensure invoices can be processed between them. Technical configurations. Operators are then responsible for setting up, testing, maintaining the technical configurations that is needed to enable the exchange of invoices and other business messages. Format handling and conversion. Even after all this, additional format conversion is often required to make the invoice compatible with the company's ERP system for further processing. Often this adds the cost per transaction. Now, let's talk about the emerging Peppol Open Network, which in key parts are a game changer for invoicing and business messaging. Peppol allows companies and organizations to exchange invoices and other business messages seamlessly using the unique Peppol Participant Identifier or Peppol ID. What stands out is how simple this process is compared to VAN. Think of it like sending an email. Easy, intuitive, and standardized. This simplicity eliminates many complexities and barriers found in traditional closed networks. Peppol stands for Pan-European Public Procurement Online, was initially developed as a project by European Commission to streamline and standardize electronic procurement across Europe. It was launched 2008, and its goal was to enable seamless digital communication between businesses and government entities, promoting efficiency and transparency. It's managed by Open Peppol since 2012, and the network has grown beyond Europe, with global adoption in regions like Asia Pacific and North America. Peppol provides an open infrastructure, standardized message formats, and a secure way to exchange invoices and other business documents. Today, it stands as a key enabler for global digitalization in B2B and B2G commerce. Here is briefly how it works. Messages are exchanged through service providers using recipients' unique Peppol ID. Each specific service provider doesn't need to have an interoperability agreement between themselves. It's enough to maintain connection with the Peppol network. This ensures accurate and seamless delivery of all supported business messages, from orders to response messages, acknowledgements, catalogs, and much more. Peppol's reach and simplicity makes it the go-to solution for modernizing B2B communication domestically and across borders. Okay, so let's break down the core features that make the Peppol network such a powerful tool for transactions. These are the most central components. Peppol uses standardized formats called Business Interoperability Specifications, or BIS, to cover messages in various parts of the sales and purchasing process, like e-invoices, e-orders, e-catalogs, and response messages. These standards ensure that all participants in Peppol talk the same language, which ensures smooth communication between different systems. The Peppol network provides a shared infrastructure for sending and receiving messages. It allows companies to exchange data directly through their business or accounting systems or specialized invoicing apps. Peppol holds a central record that makes it easy to identify and connect with business partners. This catalog provides information of all registered companies, their Peppol addresses called Peppol ID, and which message types and processes they are supporting. For example, receiving an e-invoice, order, an electronic price list. Peppol also established clear guidelines for exchange between business partners and their service providers. These guidelines include rules for information sharing, mandatory fields, and service levels. Behind it all is Open Peppol, a European organization with local presence. They are responsible for developing, maintaining, and supporting everything related to Peppol, ensuring the network continues to evolve and meet the needs of businesses worldwide. Peppol is currently based on so-called four-corner model, where buyers and sellers use their respective Peppol service providers, which in turn communicates via the network. The next step is the five-corner model, where the tax authorities monitor VAT and compliance in real time, a concept known as CTC, Continuous Transaction Control. The EU has made decisions regarding this, and implementations will begin in the coming years. Expect to hear more about this in the near future. Let's take a closer look at the Peppol ID and how it works. A Peppol ID is a unique identifier that ensures messages are delivered to the correct recipient within the Peppol network. It's made up of two parts. The first one is a 4-digit code that specifies the type of identifier. The second one is a unique identifier number for the specific company or organization. For example, in Sweden, the code for an organization number is 0007, so Qualia's Peppol ID would be 0007-5567321707. The Peppol network also supports the use of GLN numbers for directing e-invoices and other business documents. If a company uses a GLN number, the identifier begins with a code 0088, followed by 13 digits. For example, a valid GLN based on Peppol ID might look like 0088:12345678911234. Please note that these identifier codes can vary between countries, ensuring flexibility and compatibility across the global Peppol network. The Peppol network supports a wide range of message types to streamline business processes. In addition to e-invoices, which simplify and standardize invoicing between companies, there are several message types that support most business processes. You can enable efficient order management and processing with e-orders, share product and service information seamlessly with e-catalogs. You can confirm or adjust orders and invoices with ease using response messages. These standardized message types ensure compatibility across systems, making Peppol a powerful tool for digital business communication. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for our next session and learn more about Peppol and digitalization. If you have any questions, please contact me. I'm happy to help you.